Good morning, everybody. You are listening to the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am your host, Amanda Gaudiosi, and I am joined with my co-host, Kangela Guerrero.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, girl. Then we have Gwen Straitman,
Hi.
segment host. Super fun, super cool. We have Emmy DiNovellis over in the other studio, our sportscaster.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, amazing. Okay. And we have Ashley Ramos, newscaster. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So we have an awesome show for you guys. A lot of stuff we're going to be talking about. We're going to be reporting on the legal fight over student debt, which, yeah, I'm going through that, y'all. Murphy proposing more spending on schools, seniors, and families, and possibly more snow this weekend, which I'm not looking forward to.
Same.
I am really not looking forward to that. But before we can get into all the juicy details, Ashley, we have a newscast.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley, and this is WMSC News. For our top story, in Tempe, Greece, rescuers searched last night for survivors around the damaged, burned out wrecks of two trains. The crash happened in northern Greece, killing at least 43 people and crushing carriages into twisted steel knots. According to AP News, this is known as the country's deadliest rail crash. And for our national story, officials say water pressure should be returning to a small New Jersey city across the Hudson River from Manhattan, stricken by a water main break that left most residents with no water service or low water pressure. The problems began in Hoboken around noon on Monday when a construction crew accidentally struck a water mainstream. The company that provides city water, Veolia, said crews were reopening valves to stabilize water pressure throughout the city. And for some local news, a homeless woman seeking shelter was stuck in the cab of an abandoned vehicle and was freed by responders in Newark on Tuesday, February 28th. It was unclear how long the woman had been in the vehicle when Newark Police Emergency Service Units members responded to the call around 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Newark Public Safety Director Fritz Frigg said gladly the police safely removed the victim. And now for some weather. It is currently 39 degrees with some light showers. Don't forget your umbrella. Tomorrow it will be around the same thing as today, but with less rain, fortunately. Saturday and Sunday should also be raining in the low 40s, but looks like it will be clearing up after that for the next few days. For WMSC News, I'm Ashley Ramos, and back to you, Amanda.
Thank you so much for that. Y'all,
great newscast.
It needs to stop raining. It needs to stop snowing.
Right? I just want like spring weather, like that one glory week we had. Just like really nice, like high 50s, low 60s. Yeah, it was nice.
You know, it was such a beautiful week, and I really want that. Y'all, my birthday is in 11 days, 10 days, 11. So I am like really hoping for warm weather.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
You know, I want just a springy day, you know?
Right.
So hopefully we'll get that. Sorry about me ranting about the weather. I just love weather, I guess. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to Emmy with a sportscast.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Emmy DiNovellis, and we have a wide variety of sports to cover today. For the first time since 2003, the Montclair State men's basketball team gained an at-large bid for the NCAA tournament. With finishing 22-5 so far this season, they will head down to Baltimore, Maryland, to face off against Hamilton College on Friday evening at 3:30 p.m. Meanwhile, this past week, the NJAC All-Conference Awards came out, as 8 Montclair State athletes from the men's and women's track team earned individual honors. Sydney Whetstone and Tanya Gills gained second team all honors, while Michelle Itua, Jalen Ramos, Alexa Alley, and Kamani Carrington earned honorable mention. With the spring sports just starting, the Montclair State men's team will take on FDU Forum at 4 p.m. this afternoon. On Tuesday night, the Minnesota Wild defeated the New York Islanders 2-1. Last night, the New York Rangers defeated the Philadelphia Flyers 3-2, while the New Jersey Devils skied high past the Colorado Avalanche 7-5. Tonight, the Rangers will take on the Ottawa Senators at 7 p.m., while tomorrow the Devils will face off against the Vegas Golden Knights at 10 p.m. On Saturday, the New York Islanders will host the Chicago Red Wings at UBS Arena at 12:30 p.m. On Tuesday night, the Brooklyn Nets lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 118-104. While last night they faced off head-to-head with the New York Knicks, with the Knicks taking this win with a final score of 142-118. Next up, the Brooklyn Nets will play the Boston Celtics at 7:30 tomorrow night, while the New York Knicks will take on the Miami Heat at 8 p.m. Hope everyone's excited that Friday's tomorrow. Back to you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Great newscast. Lots of great things from Montclair State.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
You know,
Congrats
news,
to all the Red Hawks.
sports, a lot of good,
Lots of good stuff going on.
lots of cool stuff. But now we have some breaking news, Kangela.
Yes, we do, everyone. So in breaking news, artificial intelligence is changing how people work. That can be scary, but for now, most jobs are still safe. The artificial intelligence chatbot has analyzed the internet's vast amount of data. It used patterns it found in all that text to generate recommendations. Tech giants are hurtling ChatGPT as revolutionary. With millions of users, the chatbot has started an AI arms race. Companies are rushing to release their own chatbots, and some seem eerily human. According to the New York Times, beyond the excitement of technology's possibilities can feel scary, as if science fiction has become an actual reality. ChatGPT has already inspired many people to ask, will AI take my job? It's a familiar panic, one that resurfaces every time a groundbreaking innovation emerges, like that of the car or internet. Still questioning how AI could replace jobs in the future misses a more urgent point. The platform is changing how people work right now. ChatGPT gave millions of people the opportunity to test and interact with a version of the technology called generative AI, which can write text and create images. Many workers are already using the tool in their jobs. The chatbot has written home descriptions for real estate agents, job descriptions for hiring managers, and sales pitches for marketers. And that is our breaking news for today.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
I think we have to talk about this for a second, just because this is so insane to me. So who here, just a question for the everybody, who here has used ChatGPT? And don't be afraid to say anything. I'm not gonna tell on you.
Honestly, I didn't even know really what it was until I heard this breaking news. I heard it just a couple hours ago. I honestly did not know. This is crazy.
I've never
I've never used it. No,
I've used it.
You said that. Is that
Wait.
actually? All right. So what do you think? What do you think of ChatGPT?
I think it's really good. But I have in one of my business classes, business development, they did say that most of the professors already know about it, and they could literally track, they could pick certain sentences and they'll know what's from GPT and what's not.
Well, that's a little concerning. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's integrity and honor. I guess we shouldn't be plagiarizing anyway. But I will say, ChatGPT is kind of revolutionary. Will be changing the future. I have to agree, because I've checked it out. My brother uses it. He was the one that told me about it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check it out. I check it out, and this thing is crazy. You can put in the most specific sentence and it could write you a story, and it could write anything, everything about anything that you wanted to talk about.
See, the real question is, though, could that backfire? Because the thing is, with anything social media, anything technology, there's good, but there's also bad. So we have to definitely keep an eye out, on how that could backfire. Because I mean, thinking about that, it can turn anything into a story. Oh gosh,
it's crazy how it works. But of course, with a chat bot AI, there's obviously going to be AI that can detect the AI. So I mean, it was nice while it lasted, but the professors are finding out about it. So a little PSA, we probably shouldn't use it anymore, people, because we're gonna get in trouble. But moving on, we have a legal fight over student debt, a prelude to political battle. So according to AP News, the Supreme Court could possibly reject President Joe Biden's plans for student loan forgiveness. The White House is aiming to turn the political heat towards Republicans while deflecting criticism for disappointed borrowers. At stake is the loyalty of young, college-educated voters who are a critical part of the Democratic Party. Biden is counting on him to the White House for a second term, and plenty of people are making sure he does not forget. We don't forget, Joe. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said Wednesday the president would make it clear to borrowers that, quote, we have your back. but it's far from clear that the administration has a backup idea to cancel the debt. With the Supreme Court ruling expected by summer, the White House is vigorously labeling culprits and is sure to hit that message even harder if the court kills the program. Okay, we were told there was going to be loan forgiveness, right?
It sounded pretty definite that it was
it sounded pretty definite, and now it's not happening. I mean, I don't really know.
Oh my gosh, this mic works. Does it work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
can
hear
hear you.
No freaking way.
Yeah,
Sorry, I heard yesterday that this mic wasn't working.
no, you are here. We hear
I
you.
don't- That's wild. Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
I was curious.
Yeah, so it worked. It's a little quiet, but it's working. Yeah, so we were told that, the loan we were gonna get forgiveness. We were
Mhm.
gonna get loan forgiveness, and that hasn't happened. It's not happening as of right now. I mean, I feel a little lied to. I mean, I wasn't going to get it anyway because I have private loans, but still, we've been bamboozled, as Lara said in the chat. We've been bamboozled. I mean, we were told something and now it's not happening. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's definitely it's just kind of heartbreaking because I feel like, I don't know, it's like a lot to unfold a little bit, because it's just seeing how everything automatically everything turns into a political reason. I feel like at the end of the day, like, okay, you're just trying to help some college students out, I know we like covered a story a couple of weeks ago about this, or maybe it was even last semester's buzz, just like how people were questioning it. We don't know how like just like a lot of things. And I think it should definitely be, I think it should definitely still go through. Like,
I didn't.
that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's now I just feel like it's turned into, in Spanish we say arroz con mango, like it's just like it's like a circus now. I feel like I feel like the whole point of us students has been completely blown out.
Well, I
forgotten.
personally, I didn't believe it was gonna happen anyway. I feel like we're told one thing and then typically it doesn't really happen. So I wasn't expecting too much, but it was a girl can dream,
Yeah.
It sucks because I mean education should be free.
It should be easy
it
access,
really
yeah.
it's
Say it
really
louder for the people in the back, girl.
Yeah.
and yeah, it sucks that they can put this in front of us. Like, yeah, we're gonna pay off your loans, debt-free college. Nope. Not anymore.
It should be, college should definitely be a lot easier to have, like the education should be a lot easier to access. And
Yeah,
this is crazy.
One thing before Lara, I feel like you have something to say, and then I'm gonna
Thing when don't I have something to say?
right. So
Right.
I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'm gonna pass it over to you. So I don't understand why college has to be so expensive anyway, right? We're you're getting into college, you're 18 years old. Half of us don't even know what we want to do yet, right?
Yeah.
We're lost, just little 18-year-old kids. I'm 20, I'm gonna be 23, like I said, in a couple days. And I'm graduating this semester. I have an idea of what I want to do, but am I going to get a job in the field I want? I have no idea. I've been applying to jobs like crazy every single day. So if anyone's listening, hey. But yeah, I've been applying to jobs so many jobs every single day. It's not a guarantee I'm going to get a job. So I'm graduating. I have so much money I have to pay off. How do colleges expect us, I mean, to pay all this off right after college when it's not even a guarantee that we're going to get a job?
College is an investment.
Yeah.
A very big
Expensive one.
investment.
It's frustrating. It really is, because we hear things like, listen, Biden is promising this forgiveness, but then the Supreme Court is like, no, let's look into this. And
Which is, sorry to interrupt you, which is understandable that they want to look into it, but not to the extent that I think it turned into.
According to
Right.
AP News, at least, the conservatives are seemingly ready to wipe away or reduce the student loans.
Oh,
Please.
Okay, first of all, you get rid of Roe v. Wade. Okay, still mad at you for that. I'll never forgive the Supreme Court for that. Second of all, you're trying to not help us, get through college, or not help us live through life. And not only that, with the inflation and everything, it's just really frustrating. How do you expect people to live in this economy when inflation's at an all-time high?
Yeah.
When student loan forgiveness might not be happening. I just don't. And not only that, I can't have women can't have
have access to a right that they should have.
Right.
Yeah.
There you
literally.
go.
And what's so frustrating about this whole thing, and then we have to move on because I could keep talking about this.
No, yeah.
But one thing that's so frustrating is all those old people, like all the old like Republicans are always like, back in my day, we had to work for what we had. We had to go to school and work for what we had to make our own money. Okay, because college was significantly cheaper when you went to school.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
a lot cheaper. Like we're talking
Significantly.
huge, like tons of dollar signs of
Okay,
difference.
So just to put it into perspective, between 1969 and 1970 and 1979, 1980, the cost of tuition for a 4-year institution increased from 358 to 738, and the average annual increase is by 10.6%.
Yeah.
Now imagine that price today, it'd be a miracle,
Imagine
but that's
paying-
not the case.
Imagine paying $394 for your college, but no, instead it jumped to $10,000.
That's only
It
if
increased.
you go to a small
Here-
public school.
Exactly, but here's the numbers. It increased by 2,500,000%.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
shocking.
It is.
And the fact that I went to community college before this, and community college is supposed to be the cheaper option, and it was
Right,
still
yeah.
expensive. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Mic
Yes.
drop. We're annoyed as college students. We're annoyed, and we hope that there is a change. Honestly, if they want to clear all of my debt, I'm fine with that. But moving on.
Yes, definitely moving on. So Murphy proposes more spending on schools, seniors, and families. With tax revenues expected to cool, Governor Phil Murphy proposed a $53.1 billion state budget for the next tax year. According to NJ Spotlight News, it said that it might still boost support for seniors, families, and especially public schools, all without raising taxes and fees. In his address to a joint session of the legislature, Murphy also offered some relief to businesses as he vowed to end a corporate tax surcharge. He also said to aid local governments via $200 million to offset large health benefit cost increases.
Okay, so that's awesome. But again, that's a lot of money. Maybe Governor Phil Murphy can pay off my debt. Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, this Governor Murphy, I feel like, it sounds pretty good.
No, Governor Phil Murphy, he's an icon. He's a legend. He knows what he's doing.
He is the moment. Governor, we are such big Phil Murphy fans here in
I'm
the
a
studio.
huge fan of Governor Phil Murphy. If he walked through this door right now, I think I would pass out.
He's
Or I would literally just sit on the floor and give him my seat. Let's be honest.
right.
He can have the mic.
Oh, I want him. If he's listening, he should come on the morning buzz. I have a lot. To
That
say
would
to
be
him.
awesome.
A lot of
You
questions.
never
to ask.
know.
But he has his priorities straight. I like where he's putting the money.
And I think it's great that it even says it's without raising taxes because come on, like these taxes are getting out of hand. I was with inflation too, like it's crazy. But I think that's great that he's very big on that, like making sure that taxes aren't
Right.
getting raised because New Jersey's very expensive.
Yeah,
It is very expensive, and really just living near the city, being up on like the Northeast, it's very, very expensive. So kudos to
is.
Governor Murphy for that. Really
Right.
just making sure we don't
Man's
pay.
man's is trying.
He's
No,
really
he
trying
is.
out here.
He says he's gonna do something, and typically he's been following through.
He's been
I have
pretty-
to say, he's been
yeah.
pretty consistent, and I like that.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
I like the consistency. So thank you.
Oh yeah.
Phil Murphy. But moving on, overnight rain expected, tracking a possibility for snow tomorrow. Wah, wah. Very depressing, but let's get into that. The cold and snow might continue to hit Jersey. Another round of snow is possible tomorrow night into Saturday morning. While it won't be exactly like the storm that came through New Jersey Monday evening, the locations will be similar. Powers says that the northern half of the state should see snow and ice, while the areas in the south will just see rain. According to News 12 New Jersey, accumulating snow is possible north of Interstate 80.
Wow.
And this is supposed to be spring break coming up, and it's gonna snow.
Yeah.
To
what-
those traveling to like warmer spots, I'm jealous of you.
Oh, I am so jealous.
The
So many
weather is
people in my-
crazy.
Right, so many people in my classes are like, oh, I'm gonna Florida next week.
Enjoy it though.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
What money?
Right.
Please enjoy it. Please do.
No, but it's facts. It's facts. Like if I had, okay, if we all had the money to travel right now, where would we go? And mine would be Florida. Like, I know that sounds like, why would you go to Florida? But like, that's the spring break spot. You got to go to Florida. I want to swim. I want to tan.
Cancun too. That's the most
Oh.
visited spot for spring break by college
Yeah.
students. It's crazy. Cancun, I've heard, is really nice.
Maybe Cancun then. Maybe I would go
Cancun.
there.
But the ice is horrible. I literally went to the movies on Tuesday. It was the AMC at Riverside in Hackensack.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, that the entire parking area was all black ice. Like you had to walk step
I
by
hate
step.
that.
It was that bad. Like it was like a whole ice rink. It was horrible. It
You had to
took
bring
me
your ice skates with you.
literally it took my mom and I 20 minutes to get to the car.
Oh
That's
my
how
gosh.
yeah, the weather's
a good
no
one.
joke. So all of our Jersey natives here, please be careful because
Yeah.
the snow is coming. It's coming strong.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch out for that black ice. I mean,
Definitely.
it's dangerous. I remember, and then we're gonna move on. One time I was running up my driveway at like 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't realize there was black ice. There was black ice. I fell right on my face and cracked my phone screen. And, oh yeah, I was crying. It was a whole thing.
At least you didn't crack your noggin.
Yeah,
Yes,
that is
that's so
very
true.
true. I'm okay. This was like 4 years ago, but it was scary. So on nights like the next coming nights, we just have to be careful. Watch out for the black ice. Make sure we bundle up because it's going to be snowy.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Potentially, it could. It could. We could be surprised. Maybe it won't. But we'll see.
All right then. Well, we're gonna take a
Oh yeah, we're gonna take
a
quick
little
break.
break.
Sorry, y'all. I was getting so invested.
It's okay,
with the
guys.
weather.
Amanda's really invested in this weather today, guys. Well, we're gonna take a quick break and we
Yes.
will be right back with some more news for you guys.
This is another
Upper Montclair.
Be there or be square.
That's getting me hyped. We are back with the morning buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I had a little cameo on the Shomo for the floor of the Forgotten Borough, which shout out to Aiden and Nicole.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a little actress for that. I was like, that's really getting me hyped. Yeah, it was pretty fun and exciting.
You know,
So-
you slayed, Amanda.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
you slayed, girl.
You know, I tried. They reached out to me and they're like, you would be perfect for this.
Aw, that's so cute.
I was like, okay, sure. So I put on my actress cap and I tried my best, but
Well done. Well done.
thank you. We are back with the morning buzz. Nice little break, but we have a lot more to talk about.
We do. So moving on to our next story, Eli Lilly cuts the price of insulin, capping the drug at $35 per month out of pocket. Eli Lilly will cut prices for some older insulins later this year and immediately expand a cap on costs insured patients pay to fill prescriptions. The moves announced promise critical relief to some people with diabetes who can face annual costs of more than $1,000 for insulin they need in order to live. Lilly's changes also come as lawmakers and patient advocates pressure drug makers to do something about soaring prices. Lilly said it will cut the list price for its most commonly prescribed insulin, Humalog, and for another insulin, Humulin, I believe is pronounced, by 70% in the fourth quarter, which starts in October. The drug maker didn't detail what the new prices would be. List prices are what a drug maker initially sets for a product and what people who have no insurance or plans with high deductibles are sometimes stuck paying. Patients advocates have long called for insulin prices cuts to help uninsured people who would not be affected by price caps tied to insurance coverage.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is so great.
that's really good. I personally believe that everything should be cheaper anyway. But,
Yes,
you know, that's a
definitely.
good thing. I mean, people, $1,000 for insulin is just,
Mhm.
and that's with insurance, or is that?
I
Usually without.
usually it's without, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
People are paying out of pocket.
And you know, not everyone is going to be able to have insurance.
Yeah.
So I mean,
No.
I'm happy that there is going to be reduced pricing on that because you know it's a serious thing. People need their insulin to live, and so
Mhm.
I mean, you know, I'm happy that they'll be able to get it cheaper.
Yeah.
I believe that you know maybe this is just my hot take. I don't know if this is a hot take, but my opinion, I feel like healthcare should be free or maybe just cheaper, just
Mhm.
because it is really crazy that without insurance when you look at those prices sometimes I'm blown away.
Yeah, it's really bad. And I mean, there are so many situations where it's a dire emergency, but you can't just, a lot of people, most people can't take out $1,000 right out of their pocket, be like, okay, like I need this ASAP, you know, and
Right.
when it comes to health, there are anything is possible. The impossible is possible. It's very unpredictable and you just have to be prepared. But when it comes to finances this high, it's very dangerous, you know?
Yeah, like people will have to choose between their health and going into debt, and it's just such a horrible
Right.
like a choice that people have to make.
In this case, especially this, you know, because insulin is it's a huge part of a lot of people's lives. They need it to survive.
I think it's sad that sometimes that has to even be up for a debate in someone's mind, you know, like
Right.
Yeah.
do I go get help for the thing that I need help with because I'm sick and this could be like
And they're
really
dying.
damaging me,
Yeah.
or do I save my money because I don't have the money to physically afford this right now? And
Right.
it's a terrible thing. I mean, I know this is severe, like not related in the slightest, like really not related, but the going to the dentist is so unbelievably expensive.
The dent.
and
Oh my
I-
gosh.
I have, like 3 root canals I've had to get for 2 years. Like my
Mhm.
teeth hurt, and that could lead to a serious problem.
Yeah,
It-
that's really bad.
yeah.
The dentist
Right.
is the worst.
But
It's the
so
worst.
expensive.
With insurance too.
Right.
I had my experience with my wisdom teeth, like seeing the results.
It's
Like
so
after I
expensive.
got it with insurance, I was jaw dropped. I couldn't even believe it. I was in shock. It's insane.
No,
Yeah.
I mean so I know for me, I'm on my dad's insurance.
Mhm.
Shout out to my dad. And so I'm on his insurance and we get 1,000, I think, for dental care. So 1,000. And,
Okay.
you know, dental work is already $1,000 after a cleaning.
It is.
pretty much. So
It's
Really?
pretty.
yeah. So
In some
wow.
yeah, in a lot of cases it's
so I was only able to get 2 of my cavities filled, but I still have 3 root canals. So I haven't been able to do that now in like 6 months, but they're getting worse. And that could lead to more problems. But you know, it's out of pocket. Like we can't really pay for that. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping there will be some changes made. I don't know. This is a very like just throwing that statement out there. It would be nice if there were changes.
It would be.
I don't know if there's going to be, but
Yeah, we'll see what happens though.
Just to put a little stat out there, according to USA Today, insulin costs will be capped at $35 a month on people on Medicare. Does
Okay.
not but the out-of-pocket cap would not extend to younger Americans who directly purchase their own health insurance or get coverage through an employer. And I'm guessing, don't quote me on this one, but I'm guessing also a parent.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, baby steps, you know, like let's see if
Right.
that changes. But I mean, of course, they've got to start somewhere. So let's just give it some time, you know. And of course, if any more bigger news comes out about this, we will update you guys right here. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good start, honestly. If we, you know, like I said,
Agreed.
baby steps. So we'll see.
Agreed. But you know,
Moving on, though.
moving on to our pal Joe Biden again. President Joe Biden is expected to soon wield his veto power for the first time to save a Department of Labor rule relating to ESG investments. The rule makes it easier for retirement plan managers to consider climate change and other environmental issues. According to ABC News, the social and governance principles in their investment decisions has been dubbed woke by congressional Republicans. They argue it unfairly penalizes certain industries like oil and gas. The White House has countered that the rule, quote, reflects what successful marketplace investors already know about the potential positive impacts of ESG and is meant to remove barriers put in place by the previous administration.
It unfairly penalizes oil and gas, like
Unfairly.
Like it's pretty fair. They're ruining the environment.
Oh, don't even get me
Facts.
started about renewable energy and not using fossil. Don't get me started.
She will get a bone to pick and a bee in her bonnet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, climate change is real.
It
very
is. We're seeing
obviously.
it's very obvious now for sure. Like it's slowly
I mean,
starting.
considering 2 weeks ago it was borderline 70 degrees, and now it's like
And now
ice
it's
storms.
ice cold. Yeah. I mean, we're actually gonna go back into those temperatures. So
yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
it's a huge back and forth.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I have to stop. I'm trying to, I want to keep this super serious for everyone. I'm trying to, you know, report the news, but I have to say, I wrote a story the other day for my class about a goose.
Mhm.
And this goose, you know, he had a plastic bag that got stuck around his neck in the story.
Oh
and
my
he
gosh.
got the other animals and the birds in his flock to really get together and clean up the environment, and he got the humans on board too, and the humans started cleaning up the environment,
Mhm.
recycling, and you know, caring about the earth. And you know, there were some changes, and I want to be like George the Goose. You know, I wrote this story, but it's
George the Goose.
yes,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
Goose honk. Everyone,
Oh my god.
everyone should be like George the Goose, right? We are living on this earth. She is our only home. This is our planet, and
We have to
need
take care of her.
Yes, we need to treat her with
Mhm.
respect. This is our home. Like I wouldn't go into somebody's house and just start throwing my garbage around and littering everywhere and not caring. You know, I mean, it starts
True.
small. We have to start small by even just reducing plastic use, or you know, maybe cleaning up after ourselves, recycling. And I think it's the little things that will build up over time to make it a nicer place to live. And I really
We'll
hope
see.
so. You know, I don't want the world to explode. Not that it will. I'm not even sure that's possible, but you know, I just want everything to be okay.
Absolutely.
I love living on Earth, and I think she's beautiful. But we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about what's going on during spring break on Montclair State. So stay tuned for that.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve
Right. We
We're
are back.
back.
Wait.
Is
Okay.
it- Okay, there we go.
Here. Okay. I got so confused, Kangela. We talked at the same time. I thought that was my voice twice. That's
We're
why I
like always in sync at some point in this studio. I'm
We-
telling you.
We are very connected. That actually scared me. I was like, wait, did I just talk twice? That scared me. But
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
we are back. If you didn't know it, now you know. We are back on the Morning
Yes.
Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And Kangela, we have a lot to talk about. What's open?
Yes, we do. So, spring break, you guys, if you're staying on campus here at spring break here at Montclair State, here's what's open. So, the computer labs, they will be the computer lending area in the library will follow the library schedule. The sit down lab in University Hall, 5th floor, will be closed though for spring break. Computing labs will return to their regular hours on Monday, March 13th, 2023.
Woo!
And we've got CAPS, of course. If you wish to access services during the winter break, you can do so by calling the CAPS office. Their hours of operations are Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, if you're looking to get a bit of a bite to eat on campus, then Bistro 62 at Sam's Place will be open for brunch Monday through Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., while dinner is from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. And Panera Bread is open as well from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, EMS coverage will be provided as well 24 hours a day by mutual aid services from surrounding jurisdictions when EMS is unavailable. Emergency medical services are available 24 hours a day, and their hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And last but not least, parking. Students' weekend parking regulations will apply, and weekend parking regulations will be in effect from Friday, March 3rd through Sunday, March 12th for commuter and resident students with permits issued by Montclair State University. But also, please note, Lot 19 is excluded from weekend regulations. And for faculty and staff, all parking regulations will remain the same. And please note that everything will return to their regular hours on Monday, March 13th. So that's your coverage for spring break if we have any Red Hawks staying on campus that week.
Monday, March 13th. Pretty awesome day, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
I wonder why.
I wonder
I
why.
wonder why.
Because
It's my 23rd birthday.
Jordan year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have 3 classes on my birthday, which I'm not looking forward to, but that's okay because, you know, we have spring break right before it, which is nice. So that's cool that some things are on campus. Probably the only week ever parking isn't going to be an issue on campus. So if y'all want to park, that's the week to do it. But yeah, cool that some stuff's open. I'm actually shocked that Panera Bread is open during spring break because normally everything is closed during a break.
Panera always
yeah.
comes through.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. Shout out
except
Panera
on
Bread.
the weekends.
That's true.
Yeah, just
yeah.
Panera. That's our go-to, like right after the buzz. So
That is one thing I
Mhm.
will
Yeah.
say to anyone who's listening that, you know, runs the food business here. Why aren't more things open on the weekends? You know, I live here, so I'm here on the weekends. I don't want to just eat Sam's and Freeman's. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want
it's-
other things.
it's everything's pretty much a ghost town mode on the weekends, or
Uh,
even on sometimes on break, but mostly on the weekends.
Sometimes I'll walk to campus on a Friday, ghost town. I'm like,
Right.
where's everybody?
So
Yeah,
true.
I've had a couple moments as a commuter. I'd have to come to campus maybe on a Friday or a Saturday, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on?
Our park is empty. What? Not empty.
But like
Empty.
Not,
question mark?
but not like
What's
I'm
going
gonna
on?
risk my life in my car.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like a whole like 180 compared to maybe like Monday morning, 8 a.m., 9
Oh,
a.m.
yeah.
traffic.
It's so weird. On Saturdays and Sundays are kind of like my refresh days. So I'll go and like get food and I'll do my laundry, whatever.
Mhm.
When I'm on campus, there is not a soul on campus besides mine. I'm like,
Mhm.
where is everybody?
Yeah, it's like you're the only person in the world or
Right.
something.
It feels weird.
Yeah, but moving on, actually, we have a great story. Amanda.
Yes, we do, because this is the Women's Thursday Buzz. So, what better than to talk about Women's History Month in March? Super awesome. So, the Education Task Force of the Sonoma County Commission on the Status of Women in California initiated a Women's History Week celebration for 1978. The week of March 8th, International Women's Day, was chosen as the focal point of the observance. The local Women's History Week activities were met with an enthusiastic response, and dozens of schools planned special programs for Women's History Week. The first steps towards success came in February 1980 when President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th, 1980 as National Women's History Week. By 1986, 14 states had already declared March as Women's History Month. And in 1987, Congress declared March as National Women's History Month in perpetuity.
You got it. Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Perpetuate. Oh, wait. Now I'm.
I think it's perpetuity.
Okay, there we
go. Listen, it's my month, so I can mess up. A special presidential proclamation is issued every year, which honors the extraordinary achievements of American women. Here on The Buzz, we will be having special interviews to highlight women of all backgrounds, fields, and more.
Gotta
Super
love Women's History
exciting
Month.
stuff.
Yeah.
Give it up for the women in the room, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Happy Women's Month. We made it. Right?
We made it. It's our month. What we say goes.
Right. It's our tradition. That's why I can make mistakes, because it's my month. But no, seriously, I think it's awesome that we're highlighting all the important women and just celebrating women in general, because we need some celebrating, right?
We do. We
So-
absolutely do.
Yeah, very exciting. I'm happy that we're going to be having some cool interviews to highlight all of the women and all of their backgrounds and everything on The Buzz. So stay tuned for all of that. It's going to be very exciting. So we are going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we have everybody's favorite segment,
Promotions.
All right, we'll be right back, y'all.
There
Right, we are back here on the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC. I'm Montclair. We took a very, very short break, but we are back to oh wait, no, we're back for promotions.
We're back for promotion.
That break, really cleared my mind. I was ready to go back into news mode, but no, we are done with news. We are here for the important stuff. Well, not that the news isn't important, but the real important stuff. You're going to be hearing about cool bands in the local area. So I'm ready for that, Gwen. Whenever you're ready, girl.
Yes. Hi, my name is Gwen Streitman, and here is my little local music segment. So, first, we have some fun giveaways getting posted on the website. So, our first giveaway of the semester is Freddie Dredd, a hip hop artist from Ontario, Canada. The concert will take place on March 15th at Music Hall in Williamsburg, and the giveaway is open right now, and it will be open until March 4th. So, you better get on that. It closes in 2 days. And then our next giveaways of the semester will all open this Sunday, March 5th, for our spring break giveaway week.
Ooh.
Yes, so buckle in, guys. We got 5 bands. So our first band is Charmer and Ogbert the Nerd, an emo band from New Jersey. The concert will take place on March 19th at Elsewhere. Our next artist is Bear, an indie pop artist from Minnesota. This concert will take place on March 22nd at Mercury Lounge. Our next band is Microwave, an indie rock band from Georgia. I know we all love Microwave.
We love Microwave here.
This concert will take place on March 23rd at Racket, New York City. Our next band is Rebel Bucket, an indie rock band from Massachusetts. This concert will take place March 25th at Brooklyn Steel. And then our last band of this group of giveaways is Enum Claw, an indie rock band from Washington. This concert will take place March 25th at Elsewhere. And again, these 5 giveaways will all open this Sunday, March 5th until the 11th. So make sure you do not miss those. To participate in these giveaways, you can visit our website, wmscradio.com. And then in Montclair events. So the Montclair State University Department of Theater and Dance presents Elephant's Graveyard by George Brandt. Based on a true story, Elephant's Graveyard recounts why the hanging execution of a gigantic elephant happened, with personal narrative and lush theatricality that will reverberate long after the curtain goes down. The play will take place in Alexander Castor Theater and has 2 more showings. Tonight, March 1st, and tomorrow, March 2nd. Both. Yeah, I meant today, March 2nd, and tomorrow, March 3rd. Both at 7:30 p.m. Or maybe I did mean March 1st. Now I'm confusing myself. But whatever it is definitely tonight, guys.
Yeah,
So
might as well check it out tonight.
yeah, if you I'll actually be there. So
Oh, so y'all can get an autograph from Gwen if you go.
yeah, you can meet me in person, all my fans, see the face behind the voice. So then looking ahead to after spring break, the John J. Calley School of Music has 4 different events the weekend of March 17th. So the first event is the University Wind Symphony and Clifton High School Wind Ensemble. The concert is on March 17th at 7:30 p.m. in Alexander Castor Theater. The next event is a choral showcase of Montclair's university singers, 2 guest high school choirs, and 3 combined choirs comprised of high school and college students. And then this quote from the website really, really struck me. They said, "This concert celebrates the unique and powerful artistic community that is created through choral singing." I just thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And the concert is on March 18th at 8 p.m. in Alexander Castor Theater. The next event is the University Symphony Orchestra. This concert is on March 19th at 3 p.m. in Alexander Castor Theater. And then the last event is the University Jazz Ensemble, which I am pretty excited about. I love jazz music. This concert is on March 19th at 7:30 p.m. in Alexander Castor Theater. And then in local shows, so tonight, the Seven Crest, a venue in Teaneck, New Jersey, has an indie rock concert with performances by Green City Trees, Deadbeat, and Maple Ave. The show is at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, March 3rd, Neon Jungle, a live music venue in Philly, has an indie rock concert featuring Feels Good, Memory Core, and Montclair's very own Jack Powers. And then the doors will open at 8 p.m. This Saturday, March 4th, indie artists Jacob Tremont and Nico Headley are performing at the Fox and Crow. Fox and Crow is a pub/performing space in Jersey City. Doors will open at 7 p.m. This Sunday, March 5th, Jimmy's Lounge in Kearney, New Jersey has a pop-punk concert with performances by Ring Pop, Chris Nitty, All Around, Shark Earring, I love that one.
Shark Earring.
And Public Disturbances.
Love it.
Doors will open at 3 p.m. So nice and early. And then looking ahead, since, we won't be here to give you the news next week, next Friday, March 10th, the Meat Locker has an indie rock concert with performances by Gabagool.
You're lying. Gabagool.
But it's spelled like GABA and then ghoul, like the,
Gabagool.
like the ghost.
That's hilarious. Wow, these people, I'm telling you, they're so creative.
No, and these names, they're so good. And then we have Adults and Jag 1. The Meat Locker is located at 8 Park Street, Montclair, New Jersey, and doors open at 7 p.m.
Oh, we have some great stuff coming up. I mean,
Yeah.
shout out Gabagool. I'm excited for that
Local
one.
artist Gabagool.
Yeah, local artists. Local artists too? Oh,
Yeah, this is the Meat Locker.
awesome. I love that we support local, bands and artists here at Montclair, on WMSC especially. I think that's super awesome. But now we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be listening to the song Just Like You by 54 Ultra. So stay tuned for that. And y'all, we have some commotion going on in the studio. Gwen and Kangela are
Oh
trying
my
to get
gosh.
Jonas Brothers tickets as we speak.
Yes, just a little promo on the rest of our promotions by Gwen. Jonas Brothers, Gwen.
Yeah.
This is some interesting stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get into it, and then we can delve into
Yes.
Jonas Brothers later.
Yes, we'll get into Jonas Brothers later.
Okay. So, in new music releases, we have a few. So, C Plus released their new single, Waiting for You. 54 Ultra, which you just heard, released their new single, Just Like You. Which, as I was writing these, I was like, why are they both about you?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if they have the same you.
Waiting for
in,
you, just like you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Grandson released their new single, Eulogy. And Boy Genius released their new single, Not Strong Enough. And you can actually check out a fun little music review by our own web director and music librarian, Emil McCormack, about Grandson's new single, which is on our
Nice.
website, wmscradio.com. And in tour announcements, actually just on what I was saying, Grandson announced their world tour. They'll be coming to New York at Webster Hall on June 3rd and Empire Live on July 5th. Shout out to you, Emil. I hope you enjoy. I know you are excited. Dreamville Festival announced their set list with headliners Usher, J. Cole, and Drake, which surprised me because I don't think I would ever put Usher and Drake in the same category, but interesting. The festival is April 1st to the 2nd in Raleigh, North Carolina. And then Weezer announced their North American tour with Modest Mouse, Joyce Manor, and more. They'll be coming to New York at Forest Hills Stadium on July 13th. And I feel like I always tell people this whenever the topic of Weezer comes up, but I saw them in 2016 because I went to see Panic! At the Disco, and he happened to be having a co-headliner tour with Weezer. I don't know why. That is the most random thing ever.
What's with these single girls?
No.
That's really iconic though. I love like when people do like those double headline tour things. They're always very random, but like they work. You know what I mean?
No, I know. It's always the best when they go into each other.
Right.
But moving on, the Jonas Brothers announced a Broadway takeover where they'll be playing the hits from a specific album every night at the Marquee Theater. They'll be performing from March 14th to March 18th, with each night featuring a different album. And this is also how I found out they have 5 albums released. I didn't know they had that
my
many
gosh.
albums.
All I'm saying is if they don't play Mandy like in any of these like shows,
Mandy?
I'm going have you heard of Mandy? Have
They
you
have
heard
a
Mandy?
song written about me?
Oh,
I never heard.
it's such a good song. I think it was like one of their first big songs. Like it's so good. But yeah,
I'm shocked.
I'm gonna have to get back with Gwen on that later after the show because I need to find out how to get into the show.
Mhm, yeah.
I need to hear Mandy live in person.
It seems that their sale is going on right now, so I don't know. Hopefully maybe you'll get them later on, Kangela. Maybe they'll reserve a special seat for you.
Maybe
Just for you.
Never know.
If they're listening, Jonas Brothers.
Please.
And then we got 2 more before we move on to hour 2. So the Backseat Lovers announced their summer tour. They will be coming to New Jersey at the Stone Pony on August 1st. I already bought my tickets, guys. I am excited. And then last one, Alex G and Always announced their summer tour. They will be coming to New York at Prospect Park on August 23rd.
All right.
Thank you,
Awesome promotions today, Gwen. Love it.
Yeah, I love the local music scene and
Yeah.
promoting them for sure. But I love that New Jersey is kind of becoming like a hub for local artists and music now. I mean, the Stone Pony is so cool. If y'all have never been there, you should check it out if you want. It's a really great place, especially on a warm summer night. Go to the Stone Pony, listen to some tunes by the beach.
Yeah.
It's really a vibe.
Yeah, and like there's like an intense music scene in New Brunswick and Glassboro, which is crazy. I mean, I don't report on those because they're a little far from here. But yeah, it's crazy the music scene in Jersey.
It is. And with that being said, you have been listening to the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. It is currently 8:02 in the morning. So we made it. It's hour 2.
Hour
but
2, ladies and gentlemen.
Before we can get into any of our fun and exciting stories, we have a newscast, which Ashley, I mean, she does a great job. She does not that it's not exciting, but
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome. So we have a newscast. Ashley, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley. This is WMSC News. For our top story, in Tepme, Greece, rescuers searched last night for survivors around the damaged, burned out wrecks of 2 trains. The crash happened in northern Greece, killing at least 43 people and crushing carriages into twisted steel knots. According to AP News, this is known as the country's deadliest rail crash. With our national story, officials say water pressure should be returning to a small New Jersey city across the Hudson River from Manhattan, shaken by a water main break that left most residents with no water service or low water pressure. The problems began in Hoboken around noon on Monday when a construction crew accidentally struck a water mainstream. The company that provides city water, Viola, said crews were reopening valves to stabilize water pressure throughout the city. With our local story, a homeless woman seeking shelter was stuck in the cab of an abandoned vehicle and was freed by responders in Newark on Tuesday, February 28th. It was unclear how long the woman had been in the vehicle when the Newark Police Emergency Service Unit's members responded to the 911 call around 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Newark Public Safety Director Fritz Frage said, "Gladly the police safely removed the victim." And now for some weather. It is currently 39 degrees with some light showers, so don't forget your umbrella. Tomorrow will be around the same thing as today, but with less rain, fortunately. Saturday and Sunday should also be raining and in the low 40s, but after that, it looks like it will be clearing up for the next few days. For WMSC News, I'm Ashley Ramos, and back to you, Amanda.
All right, thank you, Ashley, for that wonderful
Perfect
newscast.
newscast.
But now, sports.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in now, good morning, everyone. I'm Emmy DeNovellis, and we have a wide variety of sports to cover today. For the first time since 2003, the Montclair State men's basketball team gained an at-large bid for the NCAA tournament. With finishing 22-5 so far this season, they will head down to Baltimore, Maryland to face off against Hamilton College on Friday evening at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, this past week, the NJAC All-Conference Awards came out as 8 Montclair State athletes from the men's and women's track team earned individual awards. Sydney Whetstone and Tanya Gills gained second team honors, while Michelle Itua, Jalen Ramos, Alexa Alley, and Kamani Carrington earned honorable mention. With the spring sports just starting, the Montclair State men's lacrosse team will take on FDU Florham at 4 p.m. this afternoon. On Tuesday night, the Minnesota Wild defeated the New York Islanders 2-1. Last night, the New York Rangers defeated the Philadelphia Flyers 3-2, while the New York Devils skied high past the Colorado Avalanche 7-5. Tonight, the Rangers will take on the Ottawa Senators at 7 p.m., while tomorrow the Devils will face off against the Vegas Golden Knights at 10 p.m. On Saturday, the New York Islanders will host the Chicago Red Wings at UBS Arena at 12:30. On Tuesday night, the Brooklyn Nets lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 118-104, while last night they faced off head-to-head with the New York Knicks, with the Knicks taking this win with a final score of 142-118. Next up, the Brooklyn Nets will play the Boston Celtics at 7:30 tomorrow night, while the New York Knicks will take on the Miami Heat at 8 p.m. Hope everyone's excited that Friday's tomorrow. Back to you, Amanda.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very excited that
I'm
Friday's
so excited.
tomorrow.
Yes, and we are just one day away from being officially on spring break.
Very true. But I have to say, going back to sports really quick, I'm a football girl myself. That's my favorite sport. It's the only sport I really know about. Basketball, crazy. You're like,
yes,
150 to 200, like the points are so high.
Oh yeah. And I mean, like, especially if the scores are really close and it's overtime. Oh, that's how you know it gets real.
Yeah,
that's where it gets real.
I want to get into basketball because it's fun to watch.
It
really
is
does.
so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, and shout out to the Montclair State men's basketball team. The being bid to the NCAA. Oh my gosh. Listen, I just wish them the best and
good luck.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. This is awesome.
Yeah, very exciting stuff from Montclair.
Yes.
Good luck to them. And thank you, Emmy, for the sportscast. But
great.
now, the moment we have all been waiting for, especially me. Am I in the wrong?
Right.
Hey, so join us as we deep dive into the world of Reddit and messy situations. A quick disclaimer, these are not our personal experiences. These are just stories from Anonymous on Reddit. And if you want to hear more Reddit stuff, you can listen to r/relatable on 90.3 WMSC up Montclair on Fridays from 2 to 3. Anyway, by the way, I have to say, I wasn't on air for 3 weeks for r/relatable, but we're coming back tomorrow.
All
So
right.
if you want to some more, which I don't know, but if you do, you can listen to that. Talk about more Reddit things. But now we're here for the morning buzz. Let's get into this. Am I on the wrong?
This is a really good one.
Are you guys excited?
I'm so excited.
How are we feeling?
I'm feeling
I'm
good.
a little nervous. I don't know.
I'm hyped.
We might as well just jump into it. Okay. Am I in the wrong for breaking up with my partner over his TikTok career?
Ooh, tea.
That's tea. That is tea. Okay. So my boyfriend and I had met through Tinder, and he was very clear on the fact that he does TikTok and was also quite famous. While I don't really like TikTok as a platform, I respected what he did, and we both started dating because the chemistry was there, and he was very sweet and caring. He had a flat, apartment in American. He had a flat. And so a lot of the time I was at his place, sometimes doing some work too, as I worked from home. Around the time TikTok videos like pranking my partner, hidden prank on my partner, or couple challenges were a huge thing. We're starting to become a huge trend on TikTok, and my boyfriend had asked me if I'll be interested in doing it, but I politely declined. I didn't really want to tell him that I find such videos quite embarrassing, as it's filled with over-the-top acting and pranks, because he does have a career in it, and I in no way wanted to seem disrespectful. He kept over the next few months trying to get me to join him in his TikTok videos, saying he really wanted to try to do couple content on his channel. I just wasn't comfortable with my face being on TikTok. He started getting distant, then guilt-tripping me every single day that I don't want to support his career, that this was an important step for his career, and I was taking that away from him. It was just getting very annoying for me to deal with, so I broke up with him. And then after our breakup, he goes on to make a story time on his TikTok about how to recognize red flags in your partner. And the first point was if they don't support or respect your job, which maybe is true, but oh well, am I in the wrong?
Okay.
She is.
I feel like she's not to a certain extent. Like, I mean, if you shouldn't pressure someone to be on camera. That's like the number one thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how big your platform is or who you work with, because now you work for people through like making content now. Like if you don't want someone to be on camera, you don't force them. And I mean,
Yeah.
she's nice about it. Like she supported him and everything at first. So I don't think she's in the wrong, honestly.
Me neither.
So then
Yeah.
go on TikTok and make a video saying here are red flags. I mean, okay, honestly, I felt like she should have expected it, knowing that this guy's TikTok famous and he's gonna do whatever he can.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a little embarrassing though.
It is
for
cruel
her,
though.
because whoever knows them in person, like in real
That
life,
was
sees
it.
that
Yeah.
video and
Exactly.
thinks all these bad things about her when really she didn't do anything wrong. She just, kind of put out there the fact that she isn't really comfortable being on camera and she doesn't really get the whole TikTok thing. And
Right.
she likes him doing it, but she doesn't want to be involved.
And
or
she
not
was
doing it
nice
yet.
about it a lot of times. And I think the guy should feel really like sorry for doing that. Like he shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with social media. You can't see both sides. You never
Mhm.
like it's very, very difficult, because here's someone that has a lot of power, I could say, in regards to following and engagement. Like everyone's gonna think, oh, he's right, but you don't know the girl's other side of the story, and the poor girl doesn't like to be on camera. So
Yeah.
how is she gonna be able to defend herself?
I've never
Mhm.
understood. This is one thing that I just need to, say. I've never understood like people who, are kind of influencers, maybe like
Mhm.
getting in there, a couple thousand followers on
Mhm.
Instagram. Even then, they think that they're all this, like because I'm in power, I could do whatever I want. And
I hate that. Oh my gosh.
10,000 followers, if that. I mean, good for you. Keep grinding, sure, but don't be rude and don't expect
It's
people
so
to do things for you
gross.
because you think you're famous.
Yeah,
But
and it's just like I feel like social media fame is just it's become so distorted, because it's like, you can get famous in air quotes over the most random thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like
You
it
have
doesn't
to
even
stay
mean
hum-
anything anymore.
Exactly. And I think is the one thing you have to stay so humble. I have run into so many situations with quote unquote like famous people, like influencers on social media. And because I do that, but it's not to that extent yet. Hopefully one day, but it's like I've had so many encounters with people on social media where they have this platform and they have these connections, but the way they talk to you, like you could tell there's an okay, first of all, you're not the president of the United States.
Right.
Relax. Okay. And at the end of the day, you have to be humble. Every time I like receive like good news of something, because I'm honest, like I have had like little opportunities here and there, but you have to be grateful.
Right.
Like you really have to, and it's not just trying to show off like, oh, like I need to make sure these people think I feel. No, like you genuinely have to be thankful for that. Not going, oh yeah, like I did this and it was this big deal. No. Be grateful for it. And like if someone is asking you for, just again, this is my experience. If someone is asking you for advice or help, don't be rude about it.
Yeah.
And
don't be self-absorbed.
Yeah. And I feel like with all these influencers that are like becoming big on TikTok,
They need some of them need to relax.
that part, but they become famous, whatever. And then people are like, oh my God, I met this TikToker and they were so rude in real life. They were so mean. Like, girl, what?
There are so many situations like that. So many story times that are posted on TikTok about these people. It's so sad.
With TikTok, right? Like the algorithm just has a way of getting people who are already rich and already successful and making them popular on TikTok. I mean, the amount of times I have posted videos that I think are hilarious get no likes. A girl who's already rich can post a video of her dancing because she's rich. She has nice clothes on, a big house. She gets millions of followers. Like they already are famous. Like
it's the aesthetics of it all.
Right, exactly. And it's so artificial and superficial. And
I
just don't like it. I mean, I love TikTok. Don't get me wrong. I'm a TikTok girl at heart. Like,
yes, I love TikTok.
But
I love it.
The whole TikToker influencer aspect, like
automatic
real people out there.
There's also, not to chime in, but there's also
chime in, girl.
Yes, definitely.
There's also that other end of the spectrum with like the clean girl and like trying to make it look like your life is like so great and so
oh my gosh, yes, you have to. My number one thing is because I always get asked like, what is your brand? Like, what is your what is your account? What do you do? And I'm like, romanticize every little thing in your life.
Facts.
And I mean, like, seriously, because I've posted things and like I'll show it to my mom. Shout out to my mom. I'm sure she's listening. Aww. She's she loves to see my videos. She's like, let me see them. She's like, oh my God, but you look like you need, the background's a little messy. I'm like, listen, I want people to see that because I know I'm not the only person who's got like water bottles sitting on her sitting on her drawer or something, like cleaning up. Yes. It's little things like that that matter. And even if it's like waking up in the morning and getting ready, listen, I post my vlogs. People see me with my pinup curls, and I know you guys have seen it. Like people see me wake up with my pinup curls. Like I've got a pimple on my face. I look like a zombie. That's because that's how people really wake up. Okay, right. Newsflash. And the clean girl aesthetic thing, I love it, but to a certain extent, because it's okay to highlight those things, but you need to highlight how you get there. You need to highlight that. That's what's so important. And with going back to this, am I in the wrong? It sounds like he's doing a lot of things for views, like the pranking your partner thing. I think those videos are funny, but there's no way that someone, especially your significant other, there's no way that you can constantly keep getting pranked on a weekly basis and you're not catching on.
Right?
So because that's
not no.
Like I can understand he wants to do it because it's a trend. Like, hey, that's totally fine following trends, but like like she said, it gets to the point where it's just bad acting. You prank me every week for a TikTok. I think I'm gonna get like by the third week, I think I'm gonna like get that you're doing it consistently.
I think that most of them they're staged.
I think most of them are staged at this point. You do it once, okay, maybe once or twice in like a long span of time, but what, every week?
It's weird because like prank videos have come such a long way from YouTube, and now they're trickling.
Oh my God, oh yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh, I remember them.
The blueprint
they were the blueprint, but then again, like even them, like I understand that was their whole brand, but how do you not? How did you still?
At some point, I would think everything's a prank. Like,
you live in fear because it get extreme
mindset.
Too.
I mean, they broke up, so like I feel like they had to.
I know, I feel bad, but yeah, going back to this, I personally think that she is not in the wrong, because there's a line
I
that has
agree.
that cannot be crossed when it comes to doing stuff like that, and really just any type of social media. There's a very thin line, and you have to
Right.
know where you can and can't pass. And I think this guy passed the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I really
I
do.
agree.
So
She's
I
definitely not in
vote
the
that
wrong.
She's not in the wrong, and Reddit agrees. But I would just like to say before we move on,
Yeah.
because this is real.
It's a good
like what we're
topic.
talking
It's a
about.
really good topic.
I just want to say, if I was an influencer, y'all make me your next influencer. This is why. Like, here's my little like presidential.
Yes, go for it.
I am so real, right? I tell you, like, I'm not gonna glamorize anything, right? I wake up in the morning, I lay there in my bed for 2 hours, right? Okay, my laundry is
Mhm.
filled to the side next to me. I could wash it, but I don't. I pull out the jeans that I wore yesterday from the laundry basket. I go to class, right? Like, this is real stuff, people. Like,
It
I'm not trying to
is.
glamorize anything. Like, I've worn these jeans out 2 days in a row. I don't care, right? I'm trying to be as real as I can be. I know some people are probably thinking that's
Preach.
disgusting. This girl needs to stop talking.
No, but you're not the only one. Everybody has to do laundry. It's a normal thing.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, and I think you're spot on with that. I say make Amanda the next big influencer.
Taking you with me, girl.
Yes, it's all about romanticizing like every little aspect. I had a friend tell me that over the phone the other day. She's like, I don't know how you do it, but you just make everything in life such a big deal. And it's life is just so short. And if you like,
Yeah.
I know people like this girl, she's not a big fan of having her face on camera and stuff. That's totally fine. In my case, like I do like doing that, but you have to understand there's somebody out there that's just like you. You want to be that person. Like you said, that their algorithm has this strange way of just picking people that aren't like they're rich and they have this big house, and that's definitely understandable, but you've got to be that person for someone. I don't see a lot of Latinas out there. I don't see a lot of Dominican influencers. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. No, I'm going to be that person for somebody instead of exactly.
Yes.
You've got to be that person for someone.
Yes.
That's the goal for
Agreed.
sure.
And you're gonna do it, girl. You make everything in your life so aesthetically pleasing. What? I
Those
love
pink
it.
curls are aesthetically pleasing in my eyes. That's what I'm going to say.
They really are.
You gotta start vlogging the Panera.
Oh yes, I vlogged a little bit today this morning, so we'll see. Yeah, gotta
Alright,
be that
but
person.
That was a good.
That was a good discussion, though. Not
Yeah.
gonna that's a good. Am I in the wrong? I know we got on a little tangent there, but yes, absolutely, definitely not in the wrong. Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna move on to our next one. So am I in the wrong for telling my wife actually this is leading on to social media too. Am I in the wrong for telling my wife to stop excessively posting pictures of her belly to Instagram? All right, let's get into it. So my wife, female, 34, is currently pregnant, and basically she's been really marketing it on her Instagram. Almost every story she posts involves showing off a photo of her belly, and I'm really fed up with it. I've had to work a lot more. Some weeks I'm not home for a good chunk of the week. I used to feel pretty happy checking her Instagram stories. However, it's just boring and the same. Even her friends are starting to get fed up with it. She recently posted a picture that was just her smiling, and one of her friends commented, quote, "You look lovely. Glad it's not another belly pic."
Oh my God, the shit.
Wow. I decided to talk to her about it and told her I would really prefer her to tone down posting photos of her belly. Everyone knows she's pregnant, and I would really prefer if she would go back to what she did before on Instagram. We got into an argument with her saying it's her personal Instagram, saying things like, "Don't watch if you don't like it," or "I don't understand what it feels like." Now she's kind of in a little huff and not really communicating with me. I can understand she's very excited and happy being pregnant and is pretty bored being out of work. However, I really felt like I needed to tell her to tone it down. I don't want her posting our child's face all over social media either. Am I in the wrong?
Okay. Here's what I think about this really quick. The child's face thing, I can understand. I mean, to an extent, that's the mother. I mean, she could decide. But if you, as the father, don't really feel comfortable, maybe you guys could have a discussion about that. But her belly, like, who cares?
Yeah.
She's proud. She's happy. She wants to post on her social media for people to see. Like, if you care so much, unfollow her. Right. That's my take on it.
Also, it's not like she's posting, from my understanding, it's not like she's posting herself from head to toe in like, the nude or anything. So it's just her belly. And I mean, like, listen, I'll be real right now. If any of the Kardashians posted their belly 24 hours a day, nobody would be saying anything.
So
Yeah.
No offense to them, because listen, like, well, first of all, they do a great job at hiding their pregnancies. But like, and hey, they have the liberty to do it. Nobody would say anything. That's what I always say. If somebody else did this, you wouldn't say anything, because I've gotten that too. Oh, why? Like, nobody wants to see that. That's not what you said when so and so posted it, who has millions of followers. It's all over your TV, and you're always reposting fan edits of them. Like, nobody said anything about that. You didn't say anything. Like, it's literally it's just comparison. Like, and that's the thing. It's all about, I feel like, in a lot of situations with social media, it's all about social status. Like, oh, why would you post yourself in a bikini? Why would you post this picture of you doing your routine? Or why would you post pictures of your belly when you're pregnant?
Because you
I can
want
give
to.
you 10, 15 people, high status celebrities, that do all of those things, and nobody, if anything, people hype them up till like the ends of the earth.
Okay, but
What's
also
the difference?
Who truly cares? If you care so much about somebody else's posting habits in their life, newsflash, like, that's crazy. Like, you should focus on
Exactly.
yourself,
And it's
man.
her pregnant belly. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's not a provocative photo. It's nothing like, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Exactly. And he did say it's her personal account. So I'm going to
Exactly.
assume it's like close family, friends. It's a private account.
Right.
So it's not anything.
she's feeling beautiful.
I think it's
Yeah,
great that she's even
Yeah.
expressing that, because it's very common in a lot of women who are pregnant that they just become extremely depressed. You know,
Mhm.
postpartum, you know, depression and all that stuff. It's very difficult for a lot of women to celebrate their bodies and feel confident in it, because
Right.
yes, you are bearing a child, and that's a huge blessing. But, you know, I've heard a lot of women say that, you know, oh, like, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. Like, they just get in their head. And the fact that she's so confident in her belly, like, that's, I say kudos to her, honestly, because a lot of women don't even want to leave the house.
Yeah.
They don't really want to leave the house. They want to stay in their sweatpants for like 9 months, and not, because they're scared someone's gonna, you know, bash them, or like, she can't control that. She's having a baby. That's a
Yeah.
big deal. It is a huge responsibility.
And she is literally growing his child inside of her. Like, she is going through the whole 9-month and he says it's just boring and the same. That's your child in there, bro.
That's
That's your
so-
wife.
I think what's
Like,
boring is his behavior, because to hold bear a child in your womb for 9 months, and it's not just bearing a child, you've got the cravings, you've got the contractions, you've got the pain, you've got
Yeah.
all of these factors.
Yo, we gotta shout out women and moms really quick. Just because
Yes, and it's literally Women's History
Women's
Month. Like,
Month.
listen, I don't know how my mom did it. Like, I'm just like,
Right.
girl, how
Right.
did you let me
Same.
not? Like,
Emmy, you've been a little quiet over there. What's
Yeah.
going on,
yes,
girl?
I mean,
I just feel that he is completely in the wrong.
Yeah.
yes.
Because like Kangela said, like, pregnancy is a very uplifting thing. Like, the fact that you have your baby inside of you, like, it's supposed to be like such a loving and exciting thing. And for her to be so confident enough to post it, I think shows a lot. And
Right.
you don't need somebody to bring you down when you're going through all of this stuff.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. It's not, you can't have somebody bringing you down in a situation like that. It's a difficult position to be in. A blessing, but very difficult.
Yes, and so Reddit's vote. Wait, before we do that, we all think that he's in the wrong, right?
Yes, 100%.
Just wanted to make sure. But what do you guys think?
He's definitely, she's not in the wrong. He is.
Yes.
He is definitely, and her friends too. Some friends.
Right. The fact that they're like, oh, thank God.
Glad it's not a belly pic. Well, don't come to my baby shower if you don't
Right.
like my belly.
And one of my friends said that to me, which they never would. But if one of my friends were like, girl, why are you posting that? I'd be like, what?
Because I can, point blank, period. It's not breaking any rules, so I'm good. So yeah, Reddit's vote is, we got little drum.
It's there.
And vote, oh, there it is. Okay, in the wrong. Okay,
I mean, we all saw that one coming.
we all did.
But we are going to take a quick break, kind of let
Let all that sink in. It was a lot.
Right.
A good am I in the wrong today?
Yes. Good discussions, but it was a lot.
It was a
so
lot. Yeah.
We will be right back. Hey, we are back here on the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and that was Heart Shaped Box by Nirvana. I wanted to play like a classic 90s song just to,
Yes.
vibe.
Mhm.
And I
Love the
Nirvana.
90s.
Me too. And I love Nirvana. That's one of my favorites.
Big Nirvana fan in the house. It's me, Hyla. I'm a never mind girly, to be honest, though.
Right. I don't know if anyone here is like into 90s rock type of music.
Kind of. Yeah.
Right,
A little
okay.
bit of honestly, the 90s, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have like favorite band? Now I'm curious. I need to
Ooh,
know.
from the 90s. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I don't know. I've been
I could go off, but
I've been-
I'll let
I've been-
Gwen go
I've
first.
been delving into like 90s indie rock bands because Spotify was like, you should listen to these 90 indie rock bands. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I should. So I was listening to Of Montreal, which I'd never heard
Cool,
of, but
sound cool.
yeah, very fun.
Mine's 90s bands. I mean, they're not rock, but okay, a lot of, I mean, I don't know if I would say they're 90s. My parents listened to them a lot in the 90s. So there's Chicago, Air Supply, and my gosh, it's at the top of my head, but I can't remember. But Chicago and Air Supply were like huge for my parents.
Yeah.
There was like a lot of like, there's a lot of R&B and rap. Like Slick Rick was huge with them. Oh my gosh, Boys to Men, and lots of New Edition. It was, like I said, it was a little bit of everything. I rock though. Spanish rock was definitely one.
Yeah.
Lara Mana, they, oh my gosh, my mom loves Mana. I listen to them on a daily, but Victor probably knows who they are. Shout out to Victor. But yeah, that would probably have to be my rock. Who's more Spanish?
Yeah, we gotta bring 90s music back, right?
We do.
Petition to bring that vibe back.
Can we like take a like time machine to go back to the 90s? I've
Right.
always like loved all things 90s.
Yeah, the style, the music,
The
everything about the 90s.
music. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it's amazing.
But we are not in the 90s.
We're not.
We are in 2023, people. And in 2023, we have better things to worry about, like Harry Styles.
Oh my gosh.
The Spitgate incident. So we have to talk about
Finally.
this. I don't know if you haven't heard about this. I don't know how, because this was a huge thing a couple months ago. Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine, apparently. So
Oh my gosh.
let's talk about it. So, just about 6 months after the viral video of Harry Styles and Chris Pine at the Venice Film Festival premiere of Don't Worry, Darling went viral, Chris Pine finally addresses the situation. He explains how Harry Styles did not spit on him and that he believes Harry is, quote, a very kind guy, which I agree. If you missed the whole spitting speculation, a video of them went viral where Harry Styles was about to sit down next to Chris Pine and it looked like Harry spit on him. And if you guys watch the video, it really
I
does.
saw that like 300 times. I zoomed in, like I investigated.
Like it, but that, it's not the case. Pine explains, quote, I think what he said is he leaned down and I think he said, it's just words, isn't it? Because we had this little joke. Pine says that the inside joke was based on the fact that since they were all jet lagged at the event, their brains were befuddled and you start speaking gibberish. Even Olivia Wilde got in on the gossip, saying, quote, I think it's a perfect example that people will look for drama anywhere they can. Harry did not spit on Chris, in fact. So it was debunked.
Just a little side eye though with Olivia Wilde.
Side
Talking about an example of people looking for drama. Babe,
Right.
you are
Babe is
the drama.
This girl is the drama. Listen, I mean, if you're dating, which I don't know if she still is, hope
I
she's
don't
not.
think so.
Dating someone like Harry Styles, like,
The way it all unfolded though, like with her perspective.
no. Honestly, speaking of messy relationships, I think we need to dive right into.
Oh
the
my
next
gosh.
story.
Yes. Well, shout out to our producer Lara for letting me cover this. This is like huge in the entertainment industry right now.
Yeah, it
So-
really needs to be talked about because we're gonna go off on this. I already know.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the official inside scoop on Justin and Hailey Bieber's marriage. So let's see what we've got so far. So the couple has been married since 2018. And they're both
God.
known for talking about their marriage publicly in interviews and on social media. Justin has said that their alone time together is, quote, pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy, right?
Okay. So they both emphasize how marriage can be hard and how they both go to marriage counseling. And even in an interview with GQ, Justin said that the first year of marriage is particularly hard since, quote, there was a lack of trust. There were all these things that you don't want to admit to the person that you were with because it's scary. Haley emphasized that another reason the first year of their marriage was difficult was due to the fact of Justin's health concerns. And I'm sure we all remember a little
Oh,
bit of that.
yeah.
Justin also said how he had a difficult time with the idea of commitment in an interview on The Ellen Show back in January of 2020. Then he finally decided to go through with the proposal since he always wanted to be a husband.
Okay, we need to talk about this, guys, because
It's a lot with especially with everything that's going on right now on social media, and it's kind of hard to report on the whole Haley and Selena drama because it's like, I mean,
I could do it quickly because
it's
I know
go for it
everything.
because
Okay.
it's still unfolding, but we've got a good chunk of
So
info.
here's the tea. I literally, for everybody listening, this is going to be a lot. So buckle up because I have no lack of. I have a lot of
It's-
free time, and in that free time, I'm on TikTok, and on TikTok, I get all the tea. Even
Lots
some
of
things
tea.
that don't relate to my life, but this is now a huge part of my life.
This is like, oh my gosh.
So Selena Gomez, she was on Wizards of Waverly Place. Before that, she was on Barney. So child actress. She made it pretty big. Justin Bieber, we all know him. We all love him. He's a Canadian singer. We all know him, right? Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez started dating when they were younger. They would be on interviews saying, "Oh, I have a crush on him. I have a crush on her." They ended up getting together. All throughout this time, Hailey Bieber, who is the daughter of I mean,
Alec Baldwin.
Not Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
His brother Stephen.
Oh,
Is that
is
his
it?
name? Yeah, I
Okay.
always thought it was
Really?
Alec
I always
Baldwin.
say Alec Baldwin.
That's Alec
She's a
Baldwin.
nepo baby.
She's a nepo
So
baby.
She is a nepo baby. I don't really know what she's doing, but it's okay. Anyway, besides being Justin Bieber's wife, she was a huge believer. A believer is a huge fan of Justin Bieber. She was stalker level to the point that she would stalk Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber at the hotels they were staying at.
Bieber
There's picture
fever.
evidence of her with pictures of Justin Bieber saying how she's obsessed with him, how she loves Selena Gomez. Blah,
The
blah, blah,
messages,
blah.
the Twitter
messages,
DMs, the
Twitter
tweets.
DMs.
Oh my gosh.
No, it
Literally.
crazier, y'all. She was obsessed, would post about them. But then, she started to hate Selena Gomez because she has Justin Bieber, right? So she started to post shady stuff on Twitter, on her YouTube, all this stuff online, on social media, Instagram. Used to leave shady comments towards Selena while she was dating Justin. Then, a couple years ago, before Justin and Selena, they were on a little break.
Mm-hmm.
Gigi Hadid, Kylie Jenner, or Kendall Jenner rather.
It was Kendall and Gigi.
Kendall Jenner took Selena Gomez on to Dubai on vacation for New Year's, so Haley could hang out with Justin Bieber for New Year's Eve. So they went away out of the country so she could hang out with Justin Bieber. Then Selena and Justin get back together. Everything's going well until it's not. They break up. In 2 months, he replaced them. Listen to the Selena Gomez song. She's like, 2 months, you replaced us. It's really
true.
emotional. She
Oh my god.
gets with Haley Bieber or Haley
2
Baldwin,
months.
and in 2 months proposes to her after dating Selena Gomez for years. Now, y'all call it true love, maybe fate. I call that stalker. I call that you, right?
No,
Joe,
yeah,
whatever his
because
name is.
I've literally seen that
Whoa.
unfold in so many other celebrity couples. Like, Austin Butler and Vanessa Hudgens were together for so long, and then out of nowhere, Kaya Gerber, and like it was that quick. But
Right.
like in this case, Kaya's not stalking, and like here with Haley, like
She's
the
a
video.
stalker.
Oh my god, the videos that are coming out and
Of her
everything.
being creepily behind them in hotels.
Wait, is this
Oh
like
my
new
God.
information that's been coming out?
It's like
Thing.
it's been a thing, but it's like everything is starting to correlate now. And like,
Oh.
I mean,
But
think about it.
There's a reason why.
Exactly.
Selena Gomez, she has a makeup brand, Rare Beauty, and now
Mhm.
Haley Bieber
It's Road. I mean,
has Road
right,
Beauty.
yeah.
Okay, so there's a similarity. Selena Gomez has a cooking show, and on the cooking show, she always says
okie dokie.
Haley Baldwin or Bieber, excuse me, I keep messing it up. It should go back to Baldwin. Haley Baldwin
Oh,
has
tea.
a cooking show now where she says okie dokie. Okay, that's
Whoa.
weird, right? Selena
It gets
Gomez,
even weirder.
Oh
it gets even weirder. But this, I have to say this. Selena Gomez, she has lupus and she's gone through it, surgeries and all this stuff.
You could
and
tell, yeah.
You could tell, and her face has gotten a little puffier, but there's nothing wrong with that. She's still stunning.
She looks really
literally gorgeous.
Yeah.
And people were commenting on her weight in the comments. And that night, Haley Bieber posted a video shading her for people making fun of her for gaining weight, and that is what started the whole thing. Because
the eyebrows thing too.
and the eyebrows.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Selena started commenting on all this stuff, saying like these people are mean, whatever. And everyone's got Selena Gomez's back. Haley Bieber lost tons of followers.
Ooh,
Kylie Jenner
tons of followers.
lost tons of followers, and now
Celebrity.
Selena Gomez is the #1 followed person on Instagram. Maybe
What?
most
Just
followed
because
woman.
of this issue.
Yeah.
Like her
Whoa.
following went up, and not even, I think what makes it even crazier than that, like, okay, people are unfollowing her, but here's the thing about Hollywood. You hear these stories and sometimes it's like there's actually something else happening. They just have to come up with something for the press. But here's the thing. Celebrities are unfollowing Haley and Kylie, and it's just
Good.
like that's
it's
how
about
you
time.
that's how you know, like, listen, all these celebrities are mutuals in a way. So if you've got Dwayne Rock like Johnson unfollowing you, I know he knows some more information, and if like it's kind of like a how do you say this, like a confirmation, like we're not wrong, like
Yeah,
all this stuff on social media, like we're not wrong, something's going on there. If these big celebrities are unfollowing you, I think it's a confirmation that we're right.
To say they are the mean girls. They just happen to be famous. They happen to all be nepo babies, right? Kylie Jenner,
Yeah.
Haley Baldwin.
It's
They're
just
all nepotism babies. They're born into money, and they're the mean girls. So they're gonna be mean to people who had to work for their money, like Selena
Yep.
Gomez. And
Selena
here's the
Gomez had to
other thing.
work for where she is now. She
Right.
really did.
And here's the other thing that I just that I just have to say. If you guys go online and just look up anything about
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you? And I said I wanted it to be my heart. I wish people just knew my heart. I was saying, I wish people just knew my heart.
him and Haley, he just leaves her behind. There's a video where he ran away from her and he fell.
I saw that was in Times Square. I think it's just the coincidences are way too. They line up way too much.
So I'm very. I have a soundbite, so I found a TikTok that has.
What do you wish more people knew about you?
My heart.
You make me cry.
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you? And I said I wanted it to be my heart. I wish people just knew my heart.
What do you wish more people knew about you?
The technical.
The same. It's like if it happened one time, but I think I saw. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the
phrases or
one thing
videos
you-
that are literally copying it, and that's where you start saying like, okay, I don't know. I
But
think this is
yeah.
starting to.
I realized that everybody else seems to be narrating my life for me. So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story? It's not hateful or anything. It's simply
Proof that Haley Baldwin copies everything. So I feel so bad because it's just these are these are grown women, and even Selena like put a video out saying like, listen, I'm kind of done with all this. Like I'm 34 years old. I'm too old for this. And it's the whole like girl versus girl issue that I'm so passionate about speaking because it's an actual problem. Like it is something that is it's being studied, it's being talked about because it's so common for us to just automatically like, oh, we're supposed to be competing against each other. I don't know why there are so many females that have that perspective. Why do you have to compete with me? What do you not understand that anything I can do, you can do as well? That we can, if you're going to fall, like I'm going to pick you up and we're going to get to the top together. Why does it always have to be one person? Why does it always have to be a competition? And I just feel like I feel like even with just I've seen a lot of people say comparisons like what they looked like at the same ages and like how Selena was doing all this and she looked, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like there's a drastic difference. Like Selena and Kylie, like they did not look the same when they were like younger. That's like
Guess who has another soundbite?
oh my gosh.
We're not gonna mess it up this time though. I got this. So this is Selena Gomez doing an interview on the Ellen show a while ago.
I realized that everybody else seemed to be narrating my life for me. Yes. So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story? It's not hateful or anything. It's simply a beautiful moment to let go of. And I was really, really proud of it.
So next we have Haley on the, I think this is the Fallon. Who's Fallon? Yeah,
Jimmy Fallon.
I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one?
It's like
There's
when
too
you
many.
plagiarize an essay, but you have to rewrite it because you don't want to get in trouble.
Right,
for
you add like a
copying
different, you
and
switch like
pasting.
one word.
Right.
Remember-
She said the same exact thing, but switched around the word.
I just don't
Copying and
understand.
pasting.
Right.
Do you remember when the whole like controversy when like people were saying that Ivanka Trump like plagiarized Michelle Obama's speech from like a few years ago?
Oh,
That
yes.
just made me think about that.
Yeah, because like listen, coincidences happen. Like I'm not like, you know, if it happened like once or like okay, like that's fine. But the thing is, first of all, it happens way too many times. And the second thing about a lot of these interviews, a lot of these celebrities get these questions beforehand. That's just the way it is. A reporter comes in, they're gonna tell you what, sometimes they tell you what questions you're gonna ask you. And in a lot of these situations, like Haley and Selena both had the heads up. You know what I'm saying? Like they could plan out what they're gonna say in some situations. We literally had a panelist at one of a conference that we went to as a radio station. We went last weekend.
Oh yeah.
They literally talked about that. They literally said like
I forgot about that.
they literally said in one of the panels, like a lot of times they're gonna tell you that you have to give them these questions beforehand.
And it's
Yeah.
like that's another thing that's like concerning. Like, why? Like, now it's just way too much of a and everything's lining up way too funky.
Yeah, so that was all the tea. So
That's
for
the
everyone
tea,
who's
everyone.
listening, we had to inform you, but now you know. So yeah, now you won't be confused about it anymore. My
Mm-mm.
predictions, I give it a few more months. I really do.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
this needs to unfold for a couple more months, and it's very social media is very tricky, so I can understand why Justin hasn't spoken out yet. Like, he's got to
I
give it
want
time.
him to.
He has to, but like, he can't speak right away. Like, I can understand. Like, you've got to give it more time. So make sure he says the right statement. So that's the tea, everyone. We'll keep you updated on what we've if anything unfolds.
We will keep you updated.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna move on. Let that
Yes.
sink in for a hot second, but we're gonna move
Yes.
on. Amanda, you've got the next story for us.
Yes. So, WGA seeks to protect writers from robots as AI comes into focus with the rise of ChatGPT.
We're back with Chat GPT.
The WGA, which stands for Writers Guild of America, wants to, quote, regulate use of material produced using artificial intelligences or similar technologies. Ben Berman, the director of the Amazing Jonathan documentary, said, quote, the rise of artificial intelligence technologies, specifically ChatGPT, has made it clear to me that the future of our industry is in jeopardy. Mark Guggenheim, yeah, I hope I said that right. I really do. The co-creator of Arrow explained, quote, while AI might not be a threat to writers today or even tomorrow, we should take contractual steps to protect future writers for the day when AI is good enough to truly come for their jobs. He emphasized that the reason the WGA should be able to use the upcoming minimum basic agreement is in order to ban AI-aided scripts by preventing guild signatories by assigning work from non-WGA writers. Y'all, a lot of big words. Chat GPT would have helped me figure that one out. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for the robots taking over, you know?
I'm kind of scared of these robots taking over.
Yeah, no.
My
I'm
Alexa freaks me
terrified.
out already, so I don't even like I don't know about this.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have to keep my Google Home. I have to keep him like muted, like myself muted and low, because it'll be the middle of the night and I'll just hear, sorry, I didn't catch that.
No,
And
literally.
it's so
My
bad.
Alexa has had a couple episodes and I'm just like, where's the holy water? Because this is getting creepy.
No, but
like,
actually,
what is going on?
the fact that I'll be laying on my bed, no TV, no one's talking.
It
He's like,
takes-
sorry, didn't catch that.
Right? It's like so random.
Bro,
Like,
who was talking?
what's going on right now?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't like when robots listen to us, but I like that they could write stories. I feel like it helps if you already have an idea, it can help really like create the idea and help it unfold. Or if you're confused about something, you could write it and it explains it into more detail. I see pros and I see cons to it. I mean,
I see a lot of pros and cons. Yeah. It's like
we're gonna
50
be losing like the authenticity of like writing and like the creativity behind it, which I love writing, so I don't want to lose that. But at the same time, it is I could see it being helpful for things.
I
really
think
do.
I think it definitely could be helpful. I just hope like I know we were talking about it before from like an educational perspective, just like not abuse it too much. Like especially like in college now, like people who are trying to become screenwriters and stuff like that. Maybe not abuse it too much. Like you said, just use it like to help you like guide your way. Because you don't want this thing writing a whole script. You need to keep learn like how to really just you step out of your comfort zone, think outside the box, and really come up with those creative ideas.
Yeah. At that radio conference over the weekend, I went to this session that was this guy talking about like AI and copyright. And it was actually pretty interesting, but it's really crazy how much like Chat GPT has changed like
Did they talk
whole
about
A-
ChatGPT?
yeah, he did. But it was
Oh,
like it was
nice.
interesting because he first talked about what AI like could do before, and he was showing us these like screen like these like plays of the movies that the AI wrote, and they were like incomprehensible and they were like silly. But then with like Chat GPT, like it can completely like mimic human thought, and it's so interesting how far it's come.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I would just like to say that at those the awards we went to and like all the I don't know what they're called, like seminars or whatever, like the panels. I learned so much.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a lot of good information for radio and all of that.
It was a
I'm
great
really,
experience.
yeah, I really appreciated a lot of the stuff I learned, but I felt so bad
A
because
huge-
there was
yeah.
one segment where I was a little I was laughing a little too
Wait,
much.
we were there.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh, yeah, you
gosh.
were
I
there,
was there.
Kangela.
I got there a little late, but literally right when I sat down, Amanda just saw this girl storm off running.
I was crying. I had tears in my eyes.
My God.
You know, like when you have suppressed laughter and you know you should not be laughing, and like
Yeah.
the more like it hurts, like the more you try not to laugh, it physically hurts you. I just couldn't stop laughing, and I felt so bad for the people giving their presentation, so I had to dip out early. I felt so bad, but yeah, it was a lot of interesting stuff. And as for robots, love them. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. So our next story really quick. China's spy balloon is inspired by an experiment from, get this, 1967. So the 2023 Chinese spy balloon incident has created a lot of controversy for the political theater and mass media. Richard A. Mueller, a scientist under the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, explained how his experiment could have possibly inspired China. This long forgotten experiment was named HAPPY, and not spelled, it's HAPPE, which stands for High Altitude Particles Physics Experiment. The program's purpose was to use high altitude cosmic rays, particularly high energy protons, that do not enter the Earth's atmosphere. The balloon's goal was to gather data until the station was not able to receive any signal from the balloon. Mueller wonders if his balloon possibly ended up in China, resulting in them now using this technology. Interesting.
I'm saying we got to bring blimps back. You know.
Oh my
About it
God.
last week.
The blimps.
Right, blimps need to make a comeback. As for this, cool. I guess I don't even know a lot about the quote Chinese weather balloon.
Yeah,
thing
no,
that
don't know too much
happened.
about it. I just know that we blew it up, we popped it, whatever it was.
Something. It was apparently a weather balloon. We
Yes.
saw that there were people spying on us. I don't know. So I mean, an experiment from 1967 though. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, 67. Interesting. He's like, I need my
Throwback.
credit.
Right. Yeah.
No,
That's all I
it's
can really say about that.
yeah.
I don't know. What about you, Gwen?
I don't know. It's interesting because he's saying that like he thinks that this balloon that was supposed to go into the atmosphere ended up in China. I think is that what no,
Yeah,
no, no.
no,
Is that what
that's
he
what
just
he
Yeah.
said, and it was from
Mhm.
1967. so
Yeah,
I think
like
ended up-
that's so long ago. Like so,
Very interesting.
you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? And speaking of space, we have another story about space. Europe wants to give the moon its own time zone? Question mark.
Interesting.
The European Space Agency describes how space organizations all over the world are trying to figure out how to keep time on the moon. Pietro Giordano, a navigation system engineer, emphasized that, quote, a common lunar reference time should be established. European space officials agreed with this since they believe a lunar time zone would make it easier for countries or companies who are trying to send astronauts to the moon. Although this could help space organizations, there are also technical problems to consider. Clocks run faster on the moon than on Earth, so the ticking would be different on the lunar surface than in lunar orbit. That's cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, lunar time zone. I love space. Like anything that has to do with space, I've always felt so connected to the moon and space.
Oh
and-
my gosh, I love literally when there's like a new moon or something, and sometimes it's like it's like it from our perspective it looks a lot bigger, and I think it's always like it's like a yellow, light yellow color. Oh my God, it's
I
gorgeous.
turn into a werewolf. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh,
No, but I
this
love
is cool
space.
stuff.
Right.
I would have. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, if there is ever a chance to be able to go to space, I mean, I'm very claustrophobic,
Mm-hmm.
but I would go just to be on the moon and see what Earth looks like from outer space. I can't even imagine how amazing it looks in space with all the galaxies and all the stars and the planets. You know what I mean?
It really makes you think too, because it's like there's the Milky Way, and then what's beyond? Like you've got Earth, then you've got the galaxy, and what's after that, and
We have
after
the
that, and after that.
constellations
Oh
and
my
all that.
gosh.
Just be excited to float.
Right.
I know, right?
Right.
I'd be so scared too. It's like when you look down, it's like, what's down there? You know, it's like it's really makes you think like how how tiny we are. Like we're so small.
Yeah. Like the galaxy is however big, and we're just sitting here.
And exactly.
Morning buzz.
See,
Yeah.
that is why literally the biggest thing I've always said to myself is when I get upset about things, I am such a tiny speck on this huge, amazing, fantastic
Yes.
galaxy,
Yeah.
Earth. Like my problems are so insignificant and they will go away. I don't need to
Yeah.
be worrying about anything when I'm this tiny and the Earth is this big. And,
Exactly.
you know,
That's the way you gotta
Yeah.
think, people. Like we
Mhm.
are so small. Like there's a huge big world out there, and like,
Yeah.
think like you said, Amanda, you can't your problems, like they will be resolved. Everything happens for a reason, and you
Right.
just gotta go
Yeah.
with the flow.
No, I love the idea of like this positive existentialism, because like there's like
I
one side of
made
it where it's like, oh yeah, like like we're nothing and like nothing matters, but also like we're so small and everything does matter, because like all we are here to do is enjoy life.
Just go with the flow, enjoy every
Exactly.
minute. Absolutely.
I will say, so I find myself, I have anxiety and I find myself a lot of times having these existential thoughts of, what is nothingness? We really cannot fathom nothingness. We can't fathom what happened before we're born, and we don't know what's going to happen after.
Right.
That used to freak me out a little bit. I used to have panic attacks about that until I realized, the Earth and the
Yeah.
galaxy, they're so great. And the fact that we are on Earth, the perfect distance away from the sun to not be burned, and the perfect distance, to have enough warmth to keep us here. We have water on our planet. We have oxygen to breathe. Like, to me, it feels so great that there has to be more. So I don't let it worry me anymore. Everything is so insignificant. We are on this great planet, and we're on the great planet. We're on a great show. We're on the Morning Buzz. So everything is gonna work out, and I don't have those scary doom thoughts anymore. Oh God. But yeah. So do we have any final thoughts before we wrap up this episode?
No, not for one thing I will say is we got a lot of conversation into today's buzz. Lots of good topics, lots of tea. That entertainment industry, goodness gracious.
Speaking of the entertainment industry, I just want to say Pedro Pascal has been my new
What is with
obsession.
everyone in Pedro Pascal? It's so funny.
At
The little face.
I'm obsessed. And if my boyfriend's listening, he's gonna get mad. So
Oh my
shout out to
gosh.
my boyfriend, love you, but also Pedro Pascal.
He's not Pedro Pascal. Though.
What? Oh, that's not his full name. Do you know how to say his name? Because I can't.
So I said, his boyfriend's not Pedro Pascal.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Because Pedro Pascal, that's like his stage name. He has like
Oh,
his
really?
full like Spanish
Really?
name that I
Oh
don't
my
know how to
god.
say.
I could look low.
Oh, but I've been watching every interview of him. I watched fan edits. The one sound. Jen, hold on.
Jose Pedro Balmaceda Pascal. That's his full
Whoa.
name.
Yeah, I love him. He's just amazing, and not only is he he's a good looking guy, but he's an amazing actor.
He gives me Theo vibes, like the fun Theo at like a family function.
He's a great guy, and if he's
Wow.
listening, shout out Pedro to come on WMSC. But you have been listening to the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. It is 9 a.m. Have a beautiful day, people. Try to make the most of this gloomy weather, and we won't be seeing you next week because it is our spring break. Woo! Very exciting, but you'll be able to listen to the Morning Buzz tomorrow, the Friday Buzz with Lara Zaccardi. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Any final thoughts?
Well, everyone have a great spring break from us here on Thursday Buzz, and stay safe out there, stay warm, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah, bye guys.
Bye everyone.